What's shaking? What's cracking? All that. Good morning. It's your boy comedian Remo Mills here. If you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Now you know. Hey man, yeah. This is a great day to be great, man. Another Friday. You know what I'm saying? This is a dope day, you know what I mean? Kicking it. Appreciate you. This one right here, man, I'm gonna get right to the subject at hand. This time. I think that a lot of people aren't talking about this situation because it ain't a lot of news necessarily circulating it. And this is touching, man. It's different, it's weird. But I think people should understand it's an importance to this because people don't just disappear. You know what I'm saying? And in the other countries, even though US is crazy, US does have a little bit more of, I would say, not necessarily a say so, but you can kind of say how you feel just a little bit more on US soil. But what's going on right now with the WNBA star Brittany Griner has basically been crazy. So let's break it down. We're gonna break it down in points. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Brittany was she plays for what's this team called? The I don't even know how to say it yet. Yeah. The Yaitenberg. She plays for the UMMC, the Yaitenberg in Russia. She's been playing with them since 2015. She got in the WNBA, I think 2012, with the Phoenix Mercury. So she's been balling, you know what I'm saying, for a minute now. But the thing is that the WNBA players do not get paid a lot. And when they go outside to these foreign countries to play ball, sometimes they're getting paid as much as 5 times what they got paid in the US. So I think Brittany right now is at like 200,000, 220, give or take. But when she's overseas, she get paid like 1.5 million. So it's the better thing to do financially, you know what I'm saying, if everything's okay. But this time around, they were about to start this war on Ukraine, and Brittany decides to, well, I ain't gonna say decides to, but she ended up flying from New York, going back to her team in Russia, and she had some vape pens on her. They turn around and a couple little dogs, you know, they got canines, they got the canines, they're out there. They got the Russia is like one of the worst languages. Like if you got moisture in your mouth, Russia is the worst language. You will spit on each other's faces in the conversation, learning Russian. I don't know. But anyway, she messed around and she got caught. The dog smelled weed, or they smelled something. Let's just say that. They ended up going to her bag and they ended up finding, you know what I'm saying, the product, if you will. So they turned around and they was like, yo, we found the product in your bag. But the crazy part is their charges are just ridiculous. So they found a vape pen in your bag. They said it's punishable up to 10 years. 10 years for a vape pen is really goddamn ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But what do you expect from a country who bombs another country and then shuts down the media? Like, nah, the only thing y'all can't do Facebook, y'all can't do Twitter, and y'all can't do no social media. Only thing y'all can do is look at what we provide y'all. What we are providing y'all is basically saying Ukraine is trying to kill us. But I think that what happened was she went there on the 17th, give or take. They don't even know the exact date, but the 17th of February. And on February 24th was when they canceled everything. They're like, no basketball. We're not doing no sports because of the war. So she basically went back a little too early. But now I think she's being held as a bargaining chip. But here's the bigger thing, other than the bargaining chip. This is what they do. This is what Russia does. So let's put up some facts here. I'm gonna put some facts on you. Because there's a lot of stuff. People ain't even paying attention to this. So another guy by the name of Trevor Reed. So Trevor Reed was just over there. He is a Marine. He's a former Marine. Trevor Reed went over there and he got into a little situation. He's in Russian custody. He got drunk and he ended up assaulting a police officer. Let's per se. The problem is that the Russian officers never got their story together. Their stories never corroborated. They had trouble remembering what happened that night as an officer. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even do necessary police reports. So this is all he say, she say. This could have been something that they fabricating, but the point is that it's like Russian law is Russian law. We say what we say. This is what it is. So that dude is now, he's still caught over there. They gave him a sentence of, I think what they gave him. They gave him 9 years. They gave this dude 9 years. It's nothing concrete. Ain't nobody really covering it. 9 years because they said that he was drunk and he got into it with the police. That's one. That's one. Another one is this guy, Paul Whelan. Paul Whelan is 51. He got in trouble because they pulled up in his room and said he was a spy. They gave him 16 years just because they said he was a spy. Here's the thing and why I bring all this up. So basically, Russia had a couple high profile prisoners that they wanted released. They got a prisoner who was a pilot. He got in trouble for smuggling drugs. He was smuggling a lot of cocaine into the U.S. They caught him. They locked him up. Is another guy who was a Russian hacker. He's locked up in the U.S. doing lengthy time. And it's one more guy. He's serving for it's cocaine. It's an arms dealer. So it's another arms dealer who's actually serving a lot of time. So basically, the Russians was like, hey, right here, we want this guy. You give us this guy, we'll give you this guy. So they the Russian was like, give us this guy. You give us this guy, we'll give you this guy. But the U.S. was like, no, we won't do business like that. Y'all just release our people because they did nothing wrong. So Putin was like, okay, well, we keep your guy and you take your guy. So, yeah, so they wanted to do a trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do a little research here. Yeah, here. So, yeah, so basically, hold on, wait. Well, not when you know the rules, you follow them. The U.S. needs to harsher rules as well. Crime will go down. I feel you on that, CJ. I do feel you on that. But here's the thing. I really feel like that it is, if they do a trade, then it'll work. I feel like that she should have known the laws, i.e. she's been there since 2015, was 2022. So she should have known by now what was going on. But what I question is, how much of it was it? You know what I'm saying? If they found one little vape pen, then I think that the rules shouldn't be as harsh. They should allow some type of deal, you know, that coincide with what's going on. Basically, like it's a lot. So basically they did that. They try to get one guy for another guy. Here's why I feel like that it'll work though, because they done it before. It was this woman. Let me take you off. This woman right here. This woman was let go. Basically, Russia was like, yo, what's up with Shorty? You know what I'm saying? Well, no, her name is Naima. I can't even say the last name, but she's 26. She's 26. Y'all can see the last. Wait, it's Asaksha. I don't know how to say these names, but she got found with 9 grams. She got caught up with 9 grams. She was coming through the airport. She just chilling. She only 26, but she was coming through the airport. She was chilling. She had 9 grams of weed. They was like, yo, we sentencing you. So they did the same thing like they did with Brittany, and they sentenced her. They was about to give her 8 years, but then Putin jumped in because they struck a deal and they did a swap. You know what I'm saying? So they did a swap, and one of the Israel prime ministers was coming. And so they basically let her go. Putin came in, dropped all the charges because of the prime minister coming through, and he was trying to work out a deal. So the problem is right now is these people work on the deals. They're corrupt. I feel like personally they're corrupt. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to work out a deal, and Brittany's not being released because the U.S. not trying to strike a deal and let a prisoner go. They're not trying to do a prisoner swap. They like, man, bump that, y'all wrong. Let her go. And what's going on right now is being swept under the rug. So I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, if it was up to the U.S., I feel like Biden should go ahead and, hey, man, do a swap. Because if this was a LeBron James, then we would have done a swap. Y'all see what happened with A$AP Rocky? When A$AP Rocky got caught up, it was a swap. So I just personally feel like, I mean, not even swap. It was more headliners, more news. They had Trump over there trying to figure something. They had Trump trying to figure something out. Well, I just say, man, at this point, man, we're not saying a lot about it, but I think that more people need to say something about it. Put it in the news. They had one narrative that they didn't want to put it in the news because more her family, in fact, her wife was like, yo, she wanted to leave it kind of private because their concern is they don't want Putin to be like, well, this is a good bargaining chip. Oh, Britain, you want Brittany back? Like they don't want to use her as an example or feel like she's on such a pedestal that they, you know what I'm saying, they can do a lot with her. Also, Brittany's a black woman. Also, Brittany is a gay black woman. I feel like that you can win. She won the 4 championships for the Russian team, but it is not enough championships to make you unblack or, you know what I'm saying, ungay. She's a gay married woman. So they really don't like that part either. So it's like, it's crazy right now. But I think that more attention needs to be put on it. If this was a non-celebrity, would we care at all? I don't think people would care at all. And I think that's what happened with this young lady. When the other young lady, nobody really cared, but it just so happened that it got enough press to be a good bargaining chip for the Indian prime minister. You know, it looked good to Putin. But that's just what it is, man. It's a tough situation. But I think more people need to be putting shining light on it. Like I said, man, she's a black woman. And she didn't do nothing but have a vape in her book bag. I think she should be brought home. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. They would never, like I said, they would never let LeBron James, this happen to LeBron James. They wouldn't. They would not let this happen to a Kevin Hart. They wouldn't let this happen to anybody of a big status other than this black gay woman. It's like, well, where the equal right, where the right said now, where's the uproar? Where's the pissed off? Why are we not putting this in the media? You know what I'm saying? With Kanye West ended up getting caught up in Russia, as much stuff as people don't like about Kanye West right now, it would be media. You know what I'm saying? Why is Pete Davis responding to Kanye West bigger than one of the greatest WNBA stars since WNBA? You know what I'm saying? This is one of the biggest factors. Why we ain't saying nothing? I understand the family's scared, but other people around should be still pushing the narrative about what this is. So, yeah, I feel you. It needs to be released. It's not that serious. It's a vape pen. You get to kill people and bomb people, but a vape pen get that's it. Yeah. Anyway, I feel you, CJ. By law, she was legally arrested by law. If we talking facts, she was legally arrested because she legally broke the Russian law. That's that. But at the end of the day, I feel like morally, if we talking morally, like, is a vape pen. Take the vape pen, give her some type of charge, some type of fine or something like that. But I don't feel like 10 years I don't think 10 years is sufficient. I don't think 10 years should be pushed. 10 years, give me a couple months. But 10 years, I think, is overkill. So, excuse me. Vocal Negroes get taught lessons. You're right. But you're right, though, Terry. They might make an example of LeBron James. And that'll be something different, though. They may make an example of LeBron James. But, yeah. It's crazy, man. That's extreme. 9 to 10 years for a vape pen. I feel like that's extreme. But anyway, let me get up out of here, man. Definitely, man, on your own, you know, Let me know, man, how y'all feel about this situation. Is it too much? I feel like a lot of people agree that it is too much because, damn, you know, I've seen people. I don't know. That's I feel like that having a vape pen shouldn't carry that charge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Steph. 10 years, it's super extreme. That's a lot, man. Uh Post Russian law, what you say, sounds good, but they do have crazy law. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Legally, CJ, legally, you hella correct that the law is the law. You know what I'm saying? Legally. But at the end of the day, man, morally, I feel like that isn't decent. Russian laws are extreme. Hey, it's a crazy world. Mind you, now with this whole country is almost run by one person. You know what I'm saying? They do have some type of structure to how the law is pushed, but at the end of the day, Putin is law. Putin is the man. He's the law. Like over here, the president says something, but the president can be overruled. In Russia, when Putin says this is that, this is that. So the laws are crazy. They can be justified by one man. You know what I'm saying? So try. This conflict wasn't popping. It wouldn't be an issue though, Paul. You right. It wouldn't be an issue if it was popping. Yeah. I just hope that she get out though. It's not looking good for her. I'm gonna just say that. Like upon my research, looking at people who aren't celebrity status and who aren't getting out, like they regularly charge people for stuff like this, and they do the time. They do the however many years that they're in there. Like, you know, the guy Trevor Reed I was talking about earlier, who got this was like 2019. This happened a couple years ago. He's still in jail. He's still locked up because they said that, you know, he basically assaulted an officer who had no police report or who couldn't even recall the situation. You know, the other guy, Paul, who they claimed was a spy on some random, they just went in his hotel room, pulled him out and called him a spy, and that was it. But he was a Marine, though. Like, according to our standards, he's a Marine, you know, retired Marine. Like, at that point, this is a person we hold on this standard. But in Russia, it's like, you're this small to me. You could be this big, but you are really this big. You're this big. That's all crazy, man. Shoot, I wouldn't even be able to do a podcast like this if I was in Russia. They would have been then hacked my head off by now. You feel me? Yeah, I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. And you know what though? The laws are all personal. Whether we realize it or not, the laws are all personal. They're from somebody who said that this was wrong. According to what? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. Anyway, let me get up right. In so many words, don't go to Mother Russia. I don't know why Russian sound like that to me. Yeah, that's another pal. Like, listen, she's 6'9". She's 6'9". So there's no way she can find comfort. They said that her feet are dangling off the bed. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that they could be like, oh, this is, you know, this is comfort. We're providing enough. No, not for nobody who's 6'9". So this is crazy. Anyhow, who, man? Yeah, I feel you, Tesla. Ain't no way. I can't even imagine. Anyway, let me get up out of here. I got some driving to do, man. Let me get y'all positive for the day, man. Hey, listen, y'all. One positive for the day. You're positive for the day, man. Hey, shine your light. Shine your light regardless of the darkness around you. Sometimes the problem is that we are shining bright, but the people who we want to see have their eyes closed. And we think that our light ain't shining bright enough. But the problem is they got on shades or they don't even got their eyes open at all looking at you until you are that bright where you shine through. So keep shining. Keep shining. Don't stop shining your light for nobody, man. Keep shining. There's no way you can compete with a blind person. What you got? Why you worried about what they say? Don't worry about what they say. Keep shining. Keep doing you. Keep being great. And I'm up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Well, I'm gonna be back 10:30 on Monday. Yay, yay. Lord willing. Ain't that what they say? God willing, I'll be back. So y'all be safe over the weekend, man. It's gonna be hot out there. It's gonna be nice and warm out there. So make sure y'all take care of yourself. All right. Hey.
Good morning. Good morning. Podcast.